Hi guys, and welcome back to another F1 Clash video by myself as a WF1. If you haven't already, do like, comment and subscribe. It does mean the absolute world, and we can keep growing this channel more and more. This week we are at the Singapore Grand Prix, if you haven't seen so by the qualifying performances I did, and we are in the opening round. So we are 4 races in, and just to bring you the races that you will see, and it will be the United Kingdom, Zandvoort, Imola and back to Singapore. This is what we're running. In the wet we were running Norris and Ricciardo, and in the dry we'll be running Max Verstappen, obviously because of the wet ability. This is the car we've got, 1673 team score, and this is how we are doing so far. So let's have a look. So we'll go race, continue event, and after 4 races we are on 179 points. So we're on for sort of 358, let's say, if we carry on with that. And first race was Singapore with 40 points. And then we've followed it up with 47, 46 and 46. So we're doing well. Probably the best I've done after 4 parts. Maybe not so much last week where we were getting 47s because we had Max and Perez. But we are in a really good position. So without that, let's give it a go. Here we go then with Silverstone and race number 5, and we have a wet qualifying, so I have picked my wet drivers, which should help our qualifying position, and hopefully we are P6 and P9, and we have got a dry start but a wet. Oh, what do I do here? I think I'm going to have to split the strategy, so I'm going to go Hex, and I'm also going to go what will be downforce, I think, for now on Ricciardo. So I'm going to split. Oh, I probably shouldn't have gone softs for Norris, but it might not be too bad with 2 minutes until rain, so that might not be too bad. And let's go, go. My little assumption that we get a better start doing this, and I'm keeping to it, guys, because I feel like it works for me. And we are absolutely flying. Norris on that Hex and the soft tyre really came through there. And we are P5 and P6, and we'll carry on boosting down to this corner. Can Norris get 4th? Not quite. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3-2-2 on Norris then. Obviously, I probably wanted to start on mediums here. And I'm going to do 4 laps for Ricciardo, going on to mediums again, unless the rain comes in pretty bad. So Norris is P5. And P6 comfortably, and hopefully we can pick up some good points here. The leaders are flying, but they're only a couple of seconds ahead, and if it rains, Norris is going to be in prime position to be able to absolutely fly around this track, and Ricciardo can have a good lap and come out and get some wets and also push, but obviously he hasn't got a wet boost on. So last lap for Norris then. We are comfortable, but I might actually look to go wets already because we've only got a minute. So by the time Norris comes back round, he will have to pit for probably wets. And Ricciardo, I don't know what, I'm too close to Norris. I might do an extra lap with Ricciardo and try and boost him all the way there. And I'm doing this whilst trying to watch the F1 qualifying at the same time, so hopefully I don't mess up. That'll be the last thing I need. So here we go then. So he's going to come in this lap, and I'm going to take the risk here because it's still 30 seconds, and I'm going to have to take some pain. And he's very slow in. But by the time he gets out, it might only be about 15 seconds until the rain. And Norris is back out, and this gamble is either going to be absolutely brilliant or it's going to be terrible. As Norris is P6, still 8 seconds until the rain comes in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are now going to be a little bit better in terms of the rain. So can Norris on that Hex absolutely fly? And we know Norris likes a Hex, don't we, guys? So P2 and P4, and the rest of the field is on dry tyres, apart from the odd one. So we should fly past these And I forgot to boost Ricciardo, which doesn't help. Guys, if you're gonna pit Ricciardo, boost him as well. And we should look at that. Look at Norris and Ricciardo absolutely fly there. And we're going to do one more lap with Norris. We're going to build him up, and this should be a 47 pointer in the bag with 2 laps to go. But that hex is so powerful, guys, so powerful on a wet ability driver, especially like Norris. You can see the distance he made over Ricciardo. I mean, 2 seconds already, he can't even keep it on the track. As Norris comes in then, and we're absolutely miles clear. There is absolutely... Let's see if Norris can catch back up with Ricciardo though. Obviously Ricciardo on downforce, Norris on hex. So the gap currently is for 4 seconds. So can Hex catch up 4 seconds within 1 lap? That's the key. So we are down, we've got a lot of traffic, but we've got 3.6. And Norris is absolutely flying through there. He took 2 seconds already out of him. And I tell you what, guys, it was nearly 3 seconds on that lap Norris took out of Ricciardo at full throttle. And that is absolutely incredible. I mean, that's the difference a boost makes on using the right boost for right driver and right track. I mean, 3 seconds a lap, both at full boost on the same tyre. It's incredible. So, guys, that is 47 points. And we move on to the next race, which is race number 6. And it is Zandvoort time. Very difficult track to overtake on. Requires a good strategy, and that is what we are hoping that I am going to get on this race. So let's have a look what we are going to do then with qualifying 7 and 12th. And we have got heavy rain coming in, which is very interesting. You can see I've picked 2 wet drivers, and I'm going to risk it here and put on a hex for one and tuning for the other. So I'm going to go for wet boosts on both drivers because I think that rain's coming in pretty quickly. And hopefully it is, and it is 52 seconds or 53 until the rain comes in. So let's see if we can get a good start, and hopefully we'll push up and we'll go to wets this lap, I think. And we are right round the outside with Ricciardo into P3 and Norris sitting in P7th. P7th, that makes sense, doesn't it? P7. So we're going to conserve now, and we'll probably come in the pits at the end of this lap. Although it is 30 seconds still, so we've probably got an extra lap here. Look, wait, what do I do? I don't think the rain's going to come in quick enough. We're going to go towards the back, so I think I'm going to cancel the pit stops here because it's just not going to work. So we'll cut them down, P3 and P7 still. And we're actually, there's no point wasting tyres. We might as well push here because the rain's coming in 8 seconds and it's going to be chaos. So let's see where we can get to. We are going to service because I don't expect we're going to pit again. We'll probably just go to the end. We can do 5 laps on the wets. Max. And Ricciardo up to second. And I imagine the AI will pit this lap as well because of the rain. I mean, we're already at 20% rain already. So I imagine they'll be in the pits and there'll be a massive queue. And there isn't. They've gone round. So Ricciardo comes in. Norris into 5th, but will pit as well. And Ricciardo is out in P4 or even P3. And we're going to have to push hard here because we want to make the advantage. We want to take care of that while we can. So P4 and P10. And everyone is very slow at the moment, as you can see. And Norris is absolutely in some chaos of traffic. This is ridiculous. But can Norris get through? He can now. Round the outside, P7. Up the inside for P nothing. As Ricciardo's back into the lead already. Norris can't get past Norris, even though he's on dries. So P6. And now P5. As the Mercedes comes out and we go awfully wide. But we've maintained P4. And we are sitting first and fourth now behind Russell. And I don't think I'm going to get 5 laps on both drivers. I might have to pit with 1 lap to go. I think that might have to be the plan. As Ricciardo starts lap 5 and Norris comes round Russell. Can we get round? Not quite. And, Lewis Hamilton rival has crashed in Sector 2. And we have a safety car. We usually get one of these a week. Or what it feels like a week. And this could see us to the end. This could see us through to the end. I don't think we're going to gain. I don't think Norris is going to get past Russell now until the end. I am going to bring Ricciardo in because he's miles ahead. And there's absolutely no problem here. So Ricciardo is going to come out in the lead. I think we're going to finish, guys, under 1-3. I can't see there being any other way. As Ricciardo is right behind Verstappen. Norris is coming down the home straight. We might actually go again this lap. And Norris is coming up so much traffic here. I mean, that's chaos. I mean, this is unreal. As Norris has just got past Russell. Norris has just overtook under the safety car. I did see that right, guys, didn't I? Norris is now P2. Norris has got past Russell under the safety car. Wow. Okay. Looks like we are going to get P2 after all. As Norris comes down the home straight, and that'll be a P1, P2. Very slow around that corner. Oh no, and I've just noticed we've got no rain left anymore. What a mad race. So we're on wet tyres, on a dry track, struggling to the end. And the rest of the field are starting to go on soft tyres, but we should have enough to get through here. As we go lap the drivers, and P2, P1, it is going to be 47 points. And that's going to be a very good work on a very difficult race in the end. That had a bit of everything mixed into it. A bit of rain, bit of safety car, a dry track, overtaking under the safety car. Wow. That was just amazing. But 47 points. This is what we've got. Rivals Hamilton retired as we move on to the next race. Here we go then, Imola, and it is heavy rain. And I think off memory, we have selected our wet drivers, which will help massively. And we have a qualifying position of P7 and P10. However, we're not starting in the rain, so it's interesting as to what we do again. So I'm going to go and risk it here. I'm going to go Street Shark and put on the mediums, and I'm going to put us on dead fast in the hope that that rain isn't coming anytime soon. If it's coming soon, 1 minute 42, so we probably should have started on maybe the wet boosts. So I'll do my standard start. What I feel gets me a better start. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. You can use it your own accord if you feel that it may do. And we are P7 and P10, but we're going to get P6 here. And Ricciardo is up to P6 and Norris is up to P9, so we made a good start. And we should come round with Ricciardo to get on the wet tyres after 3 laps. So that's going to be the key here. Norris, I want to hold up a little bit. Hold up the pack as Norris comes through now. It's got enough gap to keep that without having to boost. And we're going to do 4 laps on Norris, 4 medium, and a 3-2-3 with Daniel Ricciardo. But we are obviously going to go for wets at some point. As Ricciardo's P7 and Norris loses a place, and I am going to boost now, Norris, so probably should have looked at that beforehand, but no drama. And we are definitely going to get wet tyres on Ricciardo next time round. And we are going to service as well. So let's try and push them and see what we can do. I probably won't pit Norris just yet. I might give Norris another lap as Norris gets into P10. And Ricciardo now P7, or P6 I should say. And we're still pushing at the minute. The gap's too close for my drivers together anyway. So Ricciardo comes in and it will be the wet tyres. And Norris continues on his way up into P7. And Ricciardo is going to come out here and be one of the first few, along with Leclerc, onto wet tyres. So we're going to go 3 laps here. And we might have to just pit at the end, but we're hoping to get past these ASAP. As Ricciardo now into 14th already, so good start by Ricciardo. As Norris will come round into pit. So Leclerc is on wet, so this is the car we need to get past really. And we are now going to get past, and we are flying through. And that is P3 now for Ricciardo. Norris P10. Norris is going to struggle to get a few more positions, so Norris looks like he's lost out a bit, but it's P9. And Ricciardo now P2 with the front 2 on hard tyres, so we're going to come around comfortably here and take a first place. But it is a case of what can Norris do sitting in P9. Can we get into P8? We can. And we are closing on the 2 hard tyres as well. The rival is in... The rival's going to have to pit again by the look of it. And there's a lot of traffic as we get into P7. Oh, if we had Hex on Norris now, man, we would be laughing. So P6. And we are still flying. We are going to have to cut down at some point. As Norris is trying to go by. We're nearly free of breath down here. And Norris is up to P5. Ricciardo out in the lead. The question is, can we keep going? Leclerc's going to have to pit in front of us. Well, obviously it's Sainz, but in Leclerc's second place. And I am pushing as hard as I can here. And we might run out of tyres. Or they might also run out of tyres towards the end. As we are into P4. And we are running low. But will Verstappen and Sainz both run out of tyres before the end? That's what the task is. Will that happen, or will we just get P1 and P4? So we're going to start to boost. I think they might just be okay. But we are going to push and hope for the best. As now Sainz runs out of tyres, so P3. And we're not going to get P2. So that worked out okay. 46 points. As it shows we're tired, but I haven't. And we are sitting nicely with that 46. Singapore then, and the last race. Race number 8 out of 8 of the opening round. And we are in a very good position. However, tough track Singapore. It is the vein of my life. So let's have a look at what we are going to do. So I'm going to go for a Taurus for the tyres and a bit of cornering. And we're going to do 3 laps with Ricciardo this time. And we're going to use the Herald, so the acceleration, and come back to do 4 on the medium. So let's go then. Let's see if we can get our good start. The assumption that it works. I don't know if it does, but we will keep at it. And we're going to start then. So P8 and P10. And we've dived up the inside. And can we get a good start? 5 and 6. So that's still a great start here. And just to use a bit of boost information, Herald's got good acceleration. And Verstappen using the Taurus is good on tyres as well. So P5 and P6. We're going to do a 3 and a 4 and a 4 and a 3. And the 4 and the 3 will be by Verstappen. And looking ahead, we've got 2 3-lappers. And then the other two are on the hard and mediums. We'll be doing 4, potentially a 5-lapper. As the race settles down then, 5 and 6. So this will guarantee us at least 39 points. As long as we don't mess the strategy up, of course. Looking behind us, soft and mediums. So potentially we're not going to lose out if we pit early. And we're going to give it a go. That's the main thing here. Ready for the final round tomorrow. Opening round, it's almost guaranteed to qualify unless I get loads of DNFs. So it's always worth practicing, trying different strategies in the hope that you can tomorrow ace this track. So it's one more lap until we probably pit Verstappen, and we'll put on the burners a bit this lap, I think, because we're not going to use all the fuel. So we will now push and try and make up some positions. And Ricciardo, we won't be pushing until the next lap. So P4 for Verstappen. And coming in this lap on that one. Ricciardo is still going to conserve for at least another 3/4 of a lap. And we're just closing the gap. Gap's out to 8.4. That's the problem that we've got. But we're going to close it enough. Down to 7.1 already. Trying to get Russell on the softs. Very hard place to overtake now. I'm thinking about it. Ricciardo's not going to be able to do a 4th lap hard because we haven't got the tyre boost on him. We've got the tyre boost on the wrong drivers here, guys. I've completely messed this up. We've got the tyre boost on Verstappen, who doesn't need it. Oh, God, what a mess. What a mess, guys. So we're going to have to keep going with Ricciardo, and I'm going to have to come back for mediums. We won't be doing that tomorrow, guys. That's for sure. It's Verstappen trying to get P4 off Hamilton. And Hamilton is on the hards, and we can't get past the hard for some reason. Oh, that's so annoying, guys. We've done the strategy the wrong way around. That's something to learn off, that's for sure. So can Verstappen, I am going to have to cut him down soon because of his car servicing. But we are now up to P4. So we are going to just cut down. And we're going to push with Ricciardo coming out the pits though. I can't believe I've done that. That probably should have been a lot better race than I've actually done it. I've just gone the wrong way. So who are we closing down then? Hard tyres of Russell is up next. And we're just conserving a bit because of the servicing. As Ricciardo's up into P7. We'll push now, see if we can get P3 via the first corner. First corner would be a great move to get P3. And we are under 50% with 2 laps to go. So we are going to have to cut down as Verstappen into P3. Ricciardo's into P6, now P5. So 42 points at the minute. And looking ahead, no pit stops more. So we're going to have to do what we can do with this. We might get some breakdowns at the end, you never know. With the front two, as Ricciardo's into P4. And I am going to push Verstappen now and try and get a gap, just in case. Based on conserving at the end, we shouldn't use too much car servicing. So let's keep going. 43 points at the moment. First and second are sitting 6 seconds ahead at least. So the chances are we're not making it to them. And we'll just cut down Verstappen a little bit with Ricciardo a lot more better condition behind. And somehow, come on, get past. There we go, there's Bass now. I don't think we're not going to catch them. There's not going to be any breakdowns either. Too far ahead in advance. But that is 43 points. And it's my bogey track at the minute on GP. Just can't seem to put it together. But P3, P4, 43 points. We'll let the rival finish. Who is out there, 11th and 14th. Scoring 25 points. So I need to remind myself tomorrow, change your boosts or at least put them on the right tyres. Because sadly, we didn't get that one right. Rivals finish then. And let's see where that puts us. Better team score, 43 points. And looking at the Champions group, we are into P2 and we've matched 362 points. And Ibon got qualifying 44, 47, 43, 45. I don't think we got anything like that in qualifying. Maybe did. I don't know without adding it up. And look at the laps, 23.6 for me. And a 24.8. So Ibon must get a higher score in qualifying. So that's why he's ahead. But that is second place at the moment. All to play for tomorrow. Let's check our rivals. Music Man, 47, 47. As per, don't expect anything less. And we've got McGrady on 41. Obviously his GP to go as well. So it's all to play for. Hopefully we can get a P1 this weekend. Or if not, back to a top 3. Make sure you do like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you for the final round.